Wow, bad news. Legendary fighter who faced Manny Pacquiao himself 3 times says that Pacquiao could put Ryan Garcia to bed in 2 rounds. Yes, you guessed it's Erik Morales. Let's talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. Now, legendary Erik Morales, who hails out of Mexico, Tijuana to be exact, he did an interview with ESPN Knockout, and he talked about the premise of a Pacquiao and Ryan Garcia fight. This is what he had to say. This is a direct quote. Smash the like button. Surprise, surprise, motherfucker. That king is back. Erik Morales says, quote, Pacquiao with Ryan Garcia is a very lopsided fight. Even though Manny Pacquiao is old, he could put Ryan Garcia to bed in 2 rounds. Dang. The man said put him to bed. That's a throwback fighter there. He goes on to say, I think Ryan Garcia takes advantage of him being a popular fighter. That is the reality. He is already a champion, but he has to face the best to ratify it because he is hardly interim. I would love for Pacquiao to fight Mikey Garcia, who is a not so great fighter physically. There are Spence and Crawford, but Spence is very big, he is tough, and Crawford is a good boxer. I don't think that Pacquiao grabs them. They are natural welterweights, although the Filipino always surprises. End quote. And that's from a legend, Erik Morales. So he beat Pacquiao in the first fight, tough fight, close fight. Pacquiao had a bad, nasty cut that he had to deal with. And this is his thoughts. He lost the second 2 fights to Pacquiao, of course. And these are some of the fights that put Pacquiao on the map. My 1-2 is up to my fight with Erik Morales. Now they're talking about a Ryan Garcia. Listen, we haven't had an official announcement as to what is next, but we shall see. Ego Stradamus, it looks like he's going to be right yet again. I know it makes some of y'all mad, but Ego Stradamus continues to strike. I didn't really have much faith that the Ryan Garcia Pacquiao fight in a real fight would happen next, as long as Ryan's with Golden Boy, and I just didn't see it being likely. And with legendary people like Erik Morales putting this on wax and someone who has experience, that kind of gives you an overview of the realities of that fight. I don't know if, again, you have a legend who fought Pacquiao, who's publicly doing interviews saying that Ryan will get put to bed in 2 rounds in a real fight, even though Pacquiao's older. Then imagine they said that Pacquiao and Ryan had agreed, they're like content or agreeing to fight each other, but they were looking for an investor to like run the show and put it together, aka front the money and put the money up to pay the salaries and get the venues and whatever else. But here's the thing, Golden Boy has already come out and said the fight's not happening next. Eddie Reynoso is pretty much agreeing with Erik Morales, but he's doing it in his own way. I did a video about it. Erik Morales just said Pacquiao puts Ryan to bed in 2 rounds, and then you had Eddie Reynoso, who is Ryan's trainer, and he himself said that he doesn't like the Pacquiao fight. So he says Pacquiao's experience. So in a polite way, he basically said Ryan wasn't ready for Pacquiao. So you got to think about it. If the fighters agreed to fight, of course, Ryan, he's ambitious and it's a huge payday and opportunity. And he said this was his dream fight, so he's looking at the dollar signs and looking at, the starstruck aspect of sharing the ring with Pacquiao. And Pacquiao is fighting or looking to potentially fight a guy who's really inexperienced. I think Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, Keith Thurman rematch. All of these guys, all these guys give Pacquiao a tougher fight. They're more of the note, more experienced, technically probably more sound, and just bigger fight, bigger experience, older fighters. Some of them are bigger than Pacquiao, probably all of them, except for maybe Mikey Garcia. And that's just what it is. So Pacquiao would be, in essence, cherry picking, someone who's young and relatively inexperienced and just going off his popularity, like Erik Morales was saying. You know, he's someone who's popular. He's found his lane with the social media presence. But it's just really a fight that doesn't really need to happen, if we're being honest. You know, of course, yeah, I'll watch it, but there's a lot of boxing that I watch. I watch Telemundo fights or smaller fight cards at times. So, yeah, I would watch it just because the novelty of it. But again, if you have guys like Eric Morales who faced Pacquiao and is a legend, you know, classic fights with Marco Antonio Barrera, the babyface assassin, you know, it's going to be hard to attract investors that want to front the money and potentially lose, especially when the numbers came out that Gervonta Davis sold over 1 million more live gate at his last fight with Leo Santa Cruz than Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell. And they fought within a month or a couple months of each other. And they both fights were in the pandemic. Both fights were in Texas. So we don't really know Ryan's true star power in terms of, you know, Instagram followers, 8.4 million. He has more followers than Canelo, but Canelo did a higher live gate with Caleb Smith. So it doesn't always translate into actual dollars spent buying pay-per-views and going to see you live because you have a big Instagram following. So to me, it looks like Ego Stradamus will reign supreme and strike again, because the more and more details come out, the more and more I don't see this fight really happening. Again, you got to attract an investor, someone to front some money, and these guys are going to demand big purses, and you would have to do that. And you got people like myself, you know, who's been in the boxing game for years doing commentary, covering fights. You got guys who fought Pacquiao like Eric Morales, and fans alike, and they're all skeptical that this will be a formidable fight. When it was an exhibition, you know, at least then they could go light on each other and do it like kind of a sparring fight, but that wasn't well received when they first announced that. So I don't really see this coming into fruition, but either way, I'll notify and update on my channel. Stay tuned for the latest and greatest. We'll talk about it, but it looks like this is rapidly falling apart. I don't know who's gonna put the money up for a fight that's not a real fight, aka an exhibition, or then make it a real fight. And then if you make it a real fight, you have a lot of people who believe Ryan Garcia has little to no chance, and he's better off fighting people around his age, Teofimo, Gervonta, Devin Haney, etc. Drop your thoughts in the comment section as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.